Alright. I love samurai films. Um, there's some really good modern samurai films. Uh, while I'm on that subject, I should mention I saw 47 Ronin with Keanu Reeves, and I enjoyed it. Some of the story of his character and the things that happen are familiar. Read them or seen them somewhere else before, just not sure where. Very familiar. Now, his character could have easily not been in the entire movie, and it could have been roughly the same. A little bit better would have just been to have a servant that was captured after a battle and from another clan. I think that would have fit a lot better. Still, the route they went, he was okay. And if you don't believe me that he could have been written out, there are certain places they go that he leads them to that easily they would have known were there. They would have they talked about it as if they had heard of the place before. So he was really obviously written in, and he's a hit and miss actor. He either does very, very well, or he seems off and kind of hurts the movie, breaks the third wall by having such bad acting that you can tell it's acting to the point of you lose interest. He doesn't always do that, though. I mean, he does have his hit moments where he hits it right on the mark. The character's believable, amazingly acted, and you can't think of anybody else that could have done it better. This, had he been a captured samurai from another clan, his attitude would have worked. Being a peasant, raised the way he was, even though he was surrounded by samurai, his emotional reactions especially were just too cold, fake, and if reading lines. They would have fit a samurai. Samurai could be very emotional at times, but at the same time they could be very cold. So he was the only thing that was off, and he could have done better. Still, worth watching. Now that's modern. There are better modern films, way, way better. While I did enjoy 47 Ronin and plan on picking that up on DVD, I've seen other versions of 47 Ronin, older ones and more modern ones that are simply breathtakingly good, that stick closer to realism and don't have to add in so much fantasy, although fantasy can be good, and I did enjoy this version. Some good modern films that don't have to do with the 47 Ronin, get off of that subject, and I did like the movie, are like The Hidden Blade, Twilight Samurai, and The Last Sword is Drawn. These are breathtaking modern films that should be revered for their quality and have a lot to offer the viewer and cinema. Now, the older Chambara stuff and regular samurai flicks shouldn't be ignored either. There are some truly great ones. Some where there's no combat. The samurai's interaction is on a personal level, and they deal with amazing social differences and such. I could name off quite a few of those. This video is actually going to be about an older black and white samurai movie. It's called Three Outlaw Samurai. It's one I had my eye on for a few years now and have never gotten around to watching. One of the three samurai had the key role in Buhachi Bushido. So that film's it's color. It's a bit of an exploitation flick. There's some nudity, some rape, a lot of violence. But the actor, the main actor in it, is really good. And I'd seen him in another movie before this that I'll be reviewing at another point. He does an excellent role. He's one of three lead characters, arguably the lead character in this. And Three Outlaw Samurai, it's an older film, and when I first got into samurai films, it was the older films, and I would always notice the Janus logo at the beginning. It looks like a Greek coin. Well, Criterion Collection, they get a hold of some amazing films, and they collect a lot of the Janus films from Japan. I think Janus was like an earlier Criterion Collection, maybe. I should research that. If anybody knows, leave a comment. That'd be interesting. Janus. It was a investment company or something that sponsored a lot of really good films. So, Three Outlaw Samurai, Criterion Collection. They did an excellent treatment, as they always do with their films. Great booklet, full of useful information. They remastered it in high def, threw every extra they could back into it, so there's a trailer and such. Good translation, good subtitles. Wow, what a film. There's frustration that you'll feel watching it. There's anger, there's betrayal, there's a bit of espionage. There's a lot of struggle between the classes, the samurai and the peasants, and the problems those that get thrust in between the Ronin have to face, and those that choose to do bad things to survive, and those that choose to be good, and some that just want to watch and get tied up in the whole mess. And it turns out great. Great watch from beginning to end. Three Outlaw Samurai, definitely worth adding to your collection. And it's not just going to appeal to samurai fans, fans of older movies, or fans of westerns. If you're enough into the older samurai films, then you know that westerns would frequently rip off samurai films and vice versa, and they had a lot in common. In fact, when I was taking a film course in college, me and the teacher talked about that quite a bit. So, this is an excellent example of samurai cinema from Japan, and it's gotten the proper treatment from a great company, Criterion. It's out on DVD. The actor, the head guy, I'm not going to look for his name right now. I should have looked that up before the video. I'll be talking about him a little bit in the next one. Hopefully I remember to post it right after this one. Well, I look forward to any comments and views. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you.